Here's your news for November 8th, 2019. We're kicking off with some big news from the premiere edition of WWE Backstage, and the news isn't good at all for the company. After much advertising for the new show, which features Renee Young and Booker T discussing the latest inner workings of WWE, the November 5th show brought in just 49,000 viewers, according to PW Insider. Before the show aired, WWE had 2 preview episodes of Backstage, with the first bringing in 597,000 viewers, while the second brought in a respectable 426,000. To be fair, the 2 preview shows had some pretty strong leads, with the first preview airing on FS1 after the American League Championship Series, and the second after a special FS1 edition of Smackdown. The drop to 49,000 will no doubt cause panic with WWE officials, and will presumably leave the executives at Fox scrambling to find out what exactly went wrong. After so much advertising spent for the show, the last thing WWE wants to do is cancel Backstage so soon after its debut, but unless this number increases dramatically very soon, they may not have any other choice. Though it was bad news for WWE Backstage, one superstar who has some good news recently is Sasha Banks, who is set to make her in-ring return on this Friday's SmackDown against Nikki Cross. The last time the fans saw the boss in the ring came at the start of last month, when she came up short against Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch inside Hell in a Cell. Since then, the former Women's Tag Team Champion has been drafted to the Blue brand and realigned herself with Bayley, helping the reigning SmackDown Women's Champion retain her title last week against the Scottish superstar. On Twitter, Banks implied that she was only returning to the ring because of a large payment made to her by Triple H, saying the check had finally cleared. Tonight's edition of SmackDown in Manchester, England will also see multiple matches that were supposed to happen last week, but were delayed thanks to the issues that caused many superstars to be stranded in Saudi Arabia. On the show, Roman Reigns will hope his empire can crush the kingdom of Baron Corbin, while Kofi Kingston and Big E will take on the SmackDown Tag Team Champions The Revival with the gold on the line. Unfortunately for the New Day, their brother Xavier Woods won't be with them, as he's continuing to recover from suffering an ankle injury during a recent tour of Australia. In Manchester, lineal boxing champion Tyson Fury will make an appearance after defeating Braun Strowman at Crown Jewel, and given that the Gypsy King is undefeated in both boxing and pro wrestling, expect Fury to have plenty to say in his home country. Speaking of SmackDown, we've got some huge news regarding the new Universal Champion Bray Wyatt, as it seems The Fiend has found a new challenger. After defeating Seth Rollins to win the title at Crown Jewel, the 2 superstars are now on different brands, and there's now speculation that The Fiend will turn his attention to fellow SmackDown star The Miz. On last week's SmackDown, Wyatt was supposed to be a guest on Miz TV, but the segment never happened because of the Saudi travel issues. The company is also advertising a steel cage Universal title match between the two for an upcoming live event in Mexico City, which has only added fuel to the rumors that the pair will begin feuding soon both on and off TV. For what it's worth, there were rumors that The Miz was the original plan for Wyatt after SummerSlam 2019, and though the company obviously went for Rollins instead, it seems the A-lister may soon have a shot at becoming Universal Champion. 2 men who are no strangers to championship gold are Randy Orton and John Cena, and though the pair aren't competing full-time anymore, a match between them could still take place next year. On Instagram, the WWE's Apex Predator shared a photo of an in-flight magazine with Cena on the cover and challenged his old foe to a match at WrestleMania 36. Fans will know that this isn't the first time the 2 have crossed paths, with Cena and Orton having major feuds in 2007 and 2009, as well as unifying the WWE and World Heavyweight Championships at TLC 2013. The last time fans saw Cena in action, the 16-time world champion locked horns with Finn Balor in January this year, and John has spent the rest of 2019 focusing on his growing acting career. Cena isn't the first person Orton's tried to call out for a match at WrestleMania 36 next year, and though it seems his proposed match against The Rock seems unlikely, one final showdown with Cena would make for a great substitute. One thing Cena and Orton have in common is that they've both come up short against The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and the Demon of Death Valley has continued to let fans know about the man behind the character. While he was once known for maintaining character at all times, the Dead Man has spent the past couple of years appearing more and more out of character, and has recently announced a rare meet-and-greet appearance for later this month. During Survivor Series weekend, the Deadman will take part of a special event at the Donald S. Stevens Convention Center in Chicago, Illinois, in what may be a once-in-a-lifetime chance for fans to meet the former world champion. Anyone in the Chicago area who does want to meet the Deadman, though, should start saving up fast, as early details indicate that a photo with The Undertaker will cost $150, and getting an item autographed will be an additional $150. We've got some big news from AEW next, as the relatively new promotion continues to build towards this Saturday's Full Gear pay-per-view. Not only will the show feature some huge matches, with the main event pitting AEW World Champion Chris Jericho against Cody Rhodes, the show will also feature a unique stage, never before seen by the viewers. After a fan said they missed the days of each pay-per-view having different stages, AEW VP Nick Jackson confirmed that Full Gear and all big events from the company will have unique sets in what will be great news to countless fans. With WWE often using the same stage for pay-per-views, having different sets in AEW is just another way the new company has set itself apart from its top competition. Speaking of AEW, this week's edition of Dynamite saw plenty of action both in and out of the ring, but it's a simple promo by Cody Rhodes that has resonated with the fans. In the ring, the AEW Executive Vice President said that he heard complaints from fans after Rhodes booked himself into the world title match against Jericho this Saturday, and in a passionate speech, vowed to never again challenge for the title if he doesn't win the gold this time. One fan who took note of Cody's promo was The Rock, who responded on Twitter to a video by AEW's official account, praising Cody's rhythm, cadence, tone, intent, passion, and execution. Given that The Rock is considered by many to be the greatest talker in all of wrestling history, this compliment means a lot for Cody, as the stipulation has added another layer of intrigue to this Saturday's main event. It's funny that in WWE, many backstage argued that Cody didn't quite have the mic skills to be a top guy, as the former Intercontinental Champion has proven everyone wrong since his departure in 2016. Back to WWE now, and while fans haven't seen Jeff Hardy in quite some time due to a leg injury, things haven't been much better away from the company. Last month, the former World Heavyweight Champion was arrested for the second time this year for driving under the influence, and is set to appear in court on December 5th, according to PW Insider. At the time of his arrest, Hardy was seen parked in a North Carolina liquor store after citizens complained of someone driving dangerously, and the charismatic Enigma had a blood alcohol concentration of 0.25, 3 times the legal limit. This isn't the first time Hardy has had a brush with the law, as he was arrested in July this year for public intoxication and has had similar offenses over the years both in and out of WWE. After having surgery to repair his injured right knee in May, Hardy was expected to be out for 6 to 9 months, but if he doesn't change his ways and continues to endanger himself and others with his drinking, may soon find himself out of a job. We mentioned that Hardy is out with an injury, and in an ironic twist of fate, pardon the pun, so is the man who injured him, Lars Sullivan. According to Fightful Select, Sullivan's recovery isn't going as expected. As the report says, we're told that his knee injury recovery is progressing slowly, even slower than some he's experienced in the past. Many had considered Sullivan to be WWE's next big monster, and was allegedly a personal project of Vince McMahon before an anxiety attack halted his debut earlier this year. When Sullivan did debut, though, the Freak's past came back to haunt him, as a series of racist, sexist, and homophobic comments made by Sullivan came to light, many of which were made after he'd signed with WWE. With this delay in his recovery, Sullivan isn't expected to return before summer 2020 unless something significantly improves, which allows the former NXT superstar to come back sooner. We're heading back to Smackdown now, and though we've already reported that Tyson Fury will be in attendance when the Blue Brand reaches Manchester, he won't be the only boxer in town. According to reports by the British tabloid The Sun, fellow British fighter Josh Warrington will be in attendance at the show, though it's not known whether he will have a role like Fury. Like Fury, Warrington is also undefeated in professional fights, and the reigning IBF featherweight world champion is a known longtime fan of WWE. Speaking to the tabloid about his fandom, Warrington said, "I remember growing up watching WWE, and I'll be coming along with my nephew who is 2 generations down the line and a huge fan now." Warrington also said that although he's only 5'7" he's ready to knock out anyone who tries to provoke him, and given that the brawler from Leeds is 30-0, we definitely wouldn't want to mess with him. It'll be interesting to see what happens over the next few days when WWE invades the UK, as thanks to the time difference, fans in the States will be able to find spoilers for the shows hours before Raw and Smackdown are aired on the USA Network and Fox respectively. And finally, we're closing with news from the Wednesday Night Wars, as this week saw a definite shift in power between AEW Dynamite and WWE NXT. Though AEW once again beat NXT for the 6th consecutive week, the gap between the two programs was narrowed, as Dynamite drew 822,000 viewers to TNT, while NXT rose to 813,000. Both shows saw an increase from last week when they went up against Game 7 of the Major League Baseball World Series, and it seems like it may be a matter of time before NXT ends AEW's winning streak. This week's show saw AEW build towards this Saturday's Full Gear, with special praise going to Cody Rhodes' promo, while NXT built towards their TakeOver War Games show and Survivor Series, with Raw's The OC invading and competing in the main event. Since WWE announced that NXT would be a part of Survivor Series for the first time ever, there's been a lot of attention put on the Gold brand. And if this continues, fans should expect WWE to beat Dynamite soon, and then the real test to gain viewers will begin.